often the kids that I go to school with, I'm usually the only one, and maybe even the first one, who's had a disability, so they're not really sure how to react. And it's almost like their brain sort of freezes because they look at the wheelchair when they first meet me, pretty much, and only the chair. They don't sort of think that maybe I could be the same.
When I was younger, I used to be more self-conscious around people because, you know, I have a limp or I was wearing a cast or a leg splint or something, and people are going, "What's that?"
Because of my speech, it makes it difficult to introduce myself, especially in nightlife and pubs and clubs. They see me and look at me, then they have their first instinct to treat me like a normal person. Then when I get into conversation, that then goes.
You know, having cerebral palsy or having a disability when you're a teenager, you think it's the worst possible thing that, you know, the disability is multiplied in your mind by many thousands of times because you're a teenager. It's like having that pimple that, you know, you must be the size of Mount Everest that everybody's looking at.
When I was younger, dating was difficult because I was a very shy person and didn't know how to approach girls and to ask them out, or just to have a normal conversation.
The amount of women that said to me, "You're like a brother to me."
I was always the friend or the sister.
People's opinions about not just our marriage, but marriage in general for disabled people. In those days, it was like it was a taboo thing to do, where they never thought we could live on our own, and when there was mention of children, they were horrified.
I was sort of ready to give up hope, and then I met my wife, and when I got married, that was the best day of my life. Just, there's always someone out there for everybody.
Dating, I think, is challenging for everybody. You're kind of on show to the other person and you're going, "Oh, do they like me? What are they thinking? Oh, I shouldn't have said that."
You got to put your heart out. Everyone's heart gets broken, not just a disabled person's heart, not just a person with cerebral palsy. If they want to understand you, they'll learn to understand you.
When I met my wife, we actually met at a party, a friend's party, and I guess I was quite taken by her straight away, and actually asked the friend whose party we were at, you know, whether she had a boyfriend and, you know, what was going on there. And I remember that my friend said to me, "Oh, Kane, you know, she's friends with everyone. She's not really your type." And I was crushed. But as it turned out, a little while later, she actually called me, so everything worked out from there onwards.
I'm a pretty good bloke, look after myself, pumping the weights, and I got so much confidence from that. I think that I can probably get a pretty good sort if I just find the right one.
I don't know if I can really blame any dating problems on my cerebral palsy. I'd say it would be other things that would be my downfall.